So the second type of questions that you get generally in, this is once again a common standard level and AHL course. So what we have is, let's say, if you have been given integration of x to the power n, we write the integral as x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. But what if, since we know that x is a linear function here, if I replace x with ax plus b, if I replace x with ax plus b, then how do we integrate that particular question? So now, everywhere we follow certain rule. Let's say, if I integrate, let's say, x to the power n, I mean, x to the power n integral is, we know that it is x to the power n plus 1 over x to the power over n plus 1 and plus c. Now, if I have ax plus b to the power n, let's say, I don't want to expand this every time because sometimes n might be as a fraction, sometimes n might be like, negative integer. So in such cases, what we do is ax plus b, like we integrate, the first step is as if you're doing the normal integral of x to the power n. So ax plus b to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. But just don't forget to divide by coefficient of x. So if I forget to write the a value, my integral is going to be wrong. So this is the answer for this. This you can take it as a formula. Now, for example, if I'm integrating 3x plus 5 to the power of, let's say, 30, of course, I'm not going to expand to the power 30. So you can see that, like this part, it is of the format ax plus b to the power n. So what we're going to do is take 3x plus 5 to the power of 31 over 31 times 3 in the denominator. So you divide by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is 3. So that's how I divided it. So let's take one more example. If you have integration of, let's say, 4 minus 3x, and I want to find out what's the value of integral. So this first you modify it as 4 minus 3x to the power half. Now, if you integrate, final step will be 4 minus 3x half plus 1, which is 3 over 2, divided by 3 over 2. But don't forget to multiply in the denominator with the coefficient of x, which is negative 3, and plus c. So here what we'll have is, we'll have 5x plus 7 to the power of 9 over 9. But don't forget to divide by coefficient of x in the denominator, which is 5 plus c. Similarly, in this case, what you're going to do is you can write down this as 1 minus 7x to the power of negative half. And then if you integrate, this will be 1 minus 7x to the power half over half. But don't forget to divide by the coefficient of x, which is negative 7. And of course, you can simplify this, which I'm not showing it here. So now, let's say instead of sine x, for example, let's say if we have some other function, instead of, let's say, sine x, if this x, if I replace, integration of sine x we know is negative cos x plus c. But what if this x, if I replace with, let's say, ax plus b? So integration of sine of ax plus b that you will see will be negative cos of ax plus b, normal integral, and divided by coefficient of x, which is a. So if we are integrating, let's say, sine of 3x plus 7 or something, it is going to be negative of cos of 3x plus 7 divided by 3. So now similarly, if I have integration of, let's say, integration of cos of ax plus b, or let's say integration of e to the power ax plus b. So anywhere you replace x with ax plus b. For that matter, if you have 1 upon ax plus b here. So how do we integrate these? So in all these cases, you first integrate the normal, like how you do the normal integral. So integration of cos ax plus b is sine ax plus b. But don't forget to divide by the coefficient of x, which is a plus c. So for example, if I've got cos of 3x minus 7, it is going to be sine of 3x minus 7 divided by coefficient of x, which is 3, and plus c. Similarly, if I have e to the power ax plus b, this integration will be e to the power ax plus b, normal integration, upon coefficient of x, which is a, plus c. So if I have, for example, e to the power 3x minus 2 dx, if integration of this will be e to the power 3x minus 2 over 3 plus c. If I have integration of, let's say, 1 over 5x minus 7 or something, integration of this will be normal integral, ln of 5x minus 7 over divided by 5. So every time you integrate any function, like in these basic function, if I replace x with ax plus b, you just divide. The additional step is you now do the normal integration, but just divide by the coefficient of x.